We could see some spots getting over half a foot of snow. And what do you need for the snow? You need that cold air, and we can certainly feel it heading out the door this morning. Today, it is going to be cold, but feeling much chillier thanks to that breeze. We do have a lot of sunshine, so we have that going for us. Then tomorrow is when we start to bring in the snow later in the evening and in the night hours, and is with us into Sunday. So your biggest impacts from the storm are going to be a Sunday, especially through the morning hours. We get you out the door now. We're in the 20s, northwest breeze about 10 to 20 miles per hour. It's adding that chill. So here's how you want to dress. Like it's closer to 10 degrees in Worcester, and for most of us, it feels like the teens. You want that thick winter coat this morning, and you want those winter accessories. As we look ahead to our storm this weekend, a winter storm watch has been expanded to the city of Boston and down to Providence as well. So stretching throughout most of our region outside of portions of southeast Mass, where heavy snow will make travel difficult, especially for the Sunday morning hours. As we look at our radar and satellite, our storm still well away from us, but eventually gets closer to us by late tomorrow and continuing through the weekend. We look at our snow forecast, and you can see the farther inland, that's where you have those jackpot spots where you can get over half a foot to near a foot of snow shaded in the pink. And really outside of I-95, Highway 128 is where you could have amounts that'll be more than a foot of snow. The part of the forecast where you're going to have lesser amounts is where there will be a mix, and that's going to be along the coast. So we'll take a closer look at the amounts and the impacts in terms of the wind and the potential for coastal flooding ahead. Keep it around with you through the weekend. Let's dive into our storm impact. As we take a look, the biggest impact we have is going to be travel disruption. Damaging wind is a low concern. This is not going to be like our last recent storm with widespread power outages, but power outages are a possibility. We're looking at more isolated in nature this time around, and not a big concern for coastal flooding. Radar and satellite, our storm has been moving across the country, now bringing some heavy rain across Houston and some snow across the plains. So this will continue to work off to the southeast, eventually working up the mid-Atlantic and then reaching us late tomorrow evening, continuing into Sunday, and then it's out of here by our Monday morning commute. Winter weather advisories, warnings really stretching across the mid-Atlantic all the way into southern New England. For us, we have a winter storm watch that has been expanded to the city of Boston and then also farther south down into Providence for heavy snow that's possible and that travel disruption. So let's walk you through our future forecasts for this storm. And tomorrow morning, you might wake up and actually get to enjoy some sunshine, but then we'll continue to see increasing clouds. In the afternoon and evening, the wind is going to shift out of the northeast, and that direction pulling across the colder air could initiate some light ocean effect snow showers, but that's not going to amount to much. Our main event is going to arrive, I'd say, by Saturday evening, maybe 9, 10 o'clock. We'll start to have snow overspread our region. You can see in the pink, there's still that rain snow line, so there will be a mix right along the coast with some rain continuing and to start across Cape Cod and the islands. The heaviest snow is going to be through the overnight into early Sunday morning. We wake up Sunday morning to snow across most of our inland locations, and then what you're going to see is that rain snow line continues to dip down to the south and all that colder air working on in. So for most of us, this ends as some snow, but the intensity into Sunday afternoon is going to be less than what we experience in the morning hours. As we look at our snow map, the highest totals are going to be outside of 495. That's where there's going to be a fluffier snow. You can see some locations anywhere from 9 to 12 inches of snow. Even outside of Highway 128, 6 to 9 inches is possible. 3 to 6 within this corridor of the blue shading. So portions of southeast Mass, just south of the city, even around the city of Boston. And then where you have that mixing, that's where the totals are going to be a little bit less. So we have that around portions of Cape Ann, down along the South Shore and across Cape Cod. We're looking at 1 to 3 inches possible. Highest snow intensity is going to be found across Sunday morning. As we look at our peak wind gusts, strong gusts anywhere from 30 to about 50 miles per hour. And even within our inland locations, that's where we do have the potential for those isolated power outages, but really not worried about the concern for our coastal flooding. Current conditions, it is cold out there. Temperatures are at a range of the 20s, and today it's going to feel like the 20s, even though our temperatures are headed for a range of. Now it looks fantastic out there, a whole lot of sunshine. We bring in the changes tomorrow. We'll talk about the timing with the storm and the impact ahead.